they're not laughing anymore. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they're not laughing anymore. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, joke's on you now. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, joke's on you now. You ever notice how whenever the joke is on you, or whenever people are making something seem like it's harmless, but in actuality is making you look like the fool? You ever notice how whenever it turns on them, now it's not funny anymore? Yeah, family. See, as long as you was the one who was the butt of the joke, you were the one who had to get over it, you was the one who had to deal with it, it was almost like people just threw at the fact that you was going through pain. People just threw at the fact that it was you going through something that was detrimental. People just threw at the fact that the entire world was laughing at you. You follow what I'm saying? But see, now, since they have experienced it, they're no longer laughing. Okay, they're no longer laughing. It's almost like the class clown. Okay, the class clown may be funny. He may be a jokester, or she may be a jokester, because there are women class clowns, but they may be funny. Don't get me wrong. But when there's another class clown, when there's somebody else who got jokes, when there's another person who says some things that may touch them or trigger them, it seems to be the class clown turns into the person who sits down. See, they no longer have any more jokes, because now they are feeling that exact feeling that they perpetuate on other people. You follow what I'm saying? What I want y'all to understand is that your enemies are no longer laughing anymore. Your family members, they're no longer laughing anymore. Associates, co-workers are no longer laughing anymore. See, you have transcended from what they used to think about you. You have transcended from the things that they've imputed onto you. See, you broke past that. And a lot of times, y'all, they think that you're going to sit in that very box that they've placed you in. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm outside of the box. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I'm outside of the box. Listen, y'all, in short, the joke is now on them. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Now, as y'all can see, family, we are coming back with another video and a certified banger from an extended vacation, especially for myself, y'all. But for y'all, just drop in the comments and let me know how y'all weekend was, and I'll give y'all a brief summary of what your boy did. So I actually took off, y'all, Sunday and Monday. I watched some football, and then on Monday, I actually laid down and did absolutely nothing. Ate popcorn, drunk some juice, ate some fruit, and watched some of my favorite movies. I'm just being honest, y'all. You got to get that recharge. And then today, y'all, I had me some Subway, but not from the Subway store. I got it homemade. I had my own French bread, chopped that thing up, pulled some bread out of it, put that ham and turkey on that thing, put some white cheese on there with the onions, the banana pepper, the pickles, the sweet teriyaki sauce, onion sauce, ooh, the pepper with the salt and the, what you call it, y'all, the oil. Y'all went crazy. So that's what I did today. And now y'all, we back with another video. All right, y'all, let me know what y'all ate today. I'm in your business right now. But family, we gonna go ahead and get directly into this because we got a lot to cover. They're not laughing anymore. All right, y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Let's get right into it, y'all. Number one, you value the protection of your heart. All right, this right here is important and actually major. You value the protection of your heart. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm guarding my heart. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say I'm guarding my heart. Now, family, it's all funny games. It's all jokes and laughs whenever a person feel like they have control over you. I'm not saying that they actually do, but I'm just saying sometimes a person can feel like they have that control over you. They feel like they have power over you. They feel like they have a say-so over you. And maybe it's because of how you communicate. Maybe you are passive. Maybe you're not as, protective, especially outwardly or externally, right? Like, you know what you're going to do on the inside, but maybe you don't really vocalize that, right? But now you're in a position to where you're more vocal. You're in a position to where you're speaking more. You're letting them know more, right? See, family, When I say you are valuing the protection of your heart, it's very similar to a woman who finally notices her worth, right? It's very similar to a woman who finally notices her worth. Like in the beginning, or maybe not even throughout the beginning, but even when it comes throughout the relationship and in the ending, maybe she allowed that man to be a man. She allowed that man to lead, and she trusted him to make good decisions and, lead the covenant the way it should be led, right? However, let's just say he took advantage of it. Let's just say he did not value her the way that she was supposed to be valued. He didn't see her as an equal. He didn't see the covenant as something that was for two counterparts, but only for something that he could control, if that makes sense. And so what happens is it's all fun and games when you got that power. It's all fun and games when she's still there. It's all fun and games as long as she's showing that, she has yet to move on or get over you, right? But man, when she does, it's a little different, right? Whenever it's gone, whenever the love is gone, the appreciation is gone, the like, the care, the want to is gone. It's a different situation and scenario, all right? And so this goes right back to what I'm saying. You value the protection of your heart. When that woman begins to value the protection of her heart, it's nothing you can say, nothing that you can do. And guess what that leads to? He's not laughing anymore. Yeah, he was okay. He was good to laugh and drink his beer, watch the football game, eat potato chips, do all that. But whenever she's valuing the protection of her heart, that lets you know that she's boxing you out and closing herself in due to the protection of her heart. Does that make sense, y'all? But this goes for every scenario. When a person is not laughing anymore, it's because they see that thing, that person, that environment, those individuals value the protection of their heart, which means you have no place here. Number 2, it's going to be this right here, y'all. Jokes has turned into reality, all right? Jokes have turned into reality. So, family, I know one thing that we've all experienced in school, and that's cruelty from kids, right? I mean, we was all kids before. Maybe we was cruel to somebody, but cruelty to kids. When you are a child, you experience some of the most meanest things a person can say to a human being. Kids can be cruel. I'm just being honest. And so one thing that I've seen coming up being a kid is kids will talk about what your kid's gonna look like. Yeah, kids will talk about what your kid's gonna look like. And you'll be like, man, you 10 years old, 11 years old, but you talking about my kids, and it don't really hit until you get older. It don't really hit until you grow up and you see real kids who have disabilities. You see real kids who's having a time, a struggle. You see it, you experience it. Reno, what are you saying right now? When making fun of other kids turn into the kids that you made fun of, it's going to hit a little different. It ain't going to be funny no more. Yeah, you was laughing at, oh, if your kid come out walking like this. Oh, if your kid come out talking like this. Oh, if your kid come out looking like this. But what happens when it's your kid? It ain't funny no more. You follow what I'm saying? And that's the same thing, y'all, within this point. The jokes have turned into reality. Sometimes people speak about things, speak about people, speak about family, speak about just individuals in general, and it don't hit because you think that you're talking about something that's, it's abstract. You don't think that you can actually touch it. It don't seem connectable to you. It don't seem visible until it's visible and connectable in your life. And that's the same thing with what I'm saying, y'all. The jokes has now turned into reality. Whatever it was them talking about, it could have been your finances, it could have been your looks, it could have been what you've been through in your relationship, it could have been anything in life. Those same jokes they told on you, it has turned into reality for them. Number 3 is going to be this right here, y'all. The rug has been snatched from under them. Now they are in a place of discomfort. Yeah, let me say that once again, y'all. The rug has been snatched from up under them. And when that happens, that means that they are now in a place of discomfort. Okay, so some of y'all probably know this, some of y'all probably don't. But according to the Diddy documentary and from things that was in the past, Andre Harrell hired Diddy as an intern, okay? Diddy worked his way up to being like, an executive, like a higher up on that record label. And so, things was good. Jokes was told. He was laughing. He was happy. Life was great. And I believe sometimes this happens a lot, and it's more so a man thing. But sometimes when you get to a certain level, and if you don't have a certain level of humbleness, a certain level of humility, sometimes the person who's above you will humble you and will react and respond to your arrogance with power. All right. And I think that's what it was with Andre Harrell and Diddy. Like, Andre is looking like, man, I created this business and you trying to come into my business like you own it? Nah, bro, I can't have that, right? Now, ironically, Diddy ended up giving Andre Harrell a job, and I believe that it was more so from a respect level. But the point is that Andre Harrell snatched the rug from under Diddy, okay? So he's doing interviews. He's in control of these artists. He got the budget. He's the executive. He got the power. He got the respect, all right? He's like a gatekeeper. So that comes with a certain level of power, but in comfort. But when he snatched that rug, you don't got that same power. You don't got that same comfort. Now you got to figure things out. You follow what I'm saying? And I think that's what happened, y'all, to these individuals. What happens is, y'all, is they're no longer laughing anymore, but it's because the rug has been snatched from under them. Number 4, y'all, is going to be this right here. Time is no longer on their side. All right. Time is no longer on their side. Man, I know I'm going to have a lot of ladies mad at me on this one, but if y'all can really hear my heart and if I can really hold y'all hand on this one, because I feel like when it comes to certain celebrities, sometimes, y'all, we champion people and we not only champion people, but we just praise people who don't care anything about us. So, ladies, as I hold y'all hand and as I say this with love and respect, I got to use these 2 ladies as an example. You got Tamar Braxton and you have Vivica Fox, right? Tamar Braxton and you have Vivica Fox. So Tamar Braxton is a great singer. Don't get me wrong. Vivica Fox, great actor, right? However, when time is no longer on your side, it forces you to make certain decisions that may be rushed. It forces you to reminisce and reflect on opportunities and things that you've had in your past, right? It forces you to remember where you were. And what happens is, y'all, when that time is no longer on your side, it's going to force you to make a decision. The reason why I bring up Tamar Braxton and Vivica Fox is because both women are in the same situation. Listen to me, ladies. They are in a position to where now they're looking for a man. All right. They're looking for a man. And I'm sure they don't just want any man. Right. And rightfully so, being in the position of where they are and where they stand in life. I mean, who says they got to have a man working at the bowling alley? A garbage man. Okay. I get it. Right. However, a lot of times these women already have men. They already have people who's great candidates for what they're asking for. But I know my worth and I know too much and I have this and I got that and you don't got this. And then 50, 60 years down the line, well, I want the man that I just had. Well, Rena, what are you saying right now? Time is no longer on their side. I hate to say it like that, but that's the way it is. And so guess what? The same ones who was laughing, the same ones who said, yeah, I got nothing but time. The same ones who said, yeah, you know what? I know my worth and I'm going to always have this and I'm going to always look like this and I'm going to always be able to do this. When time passes you up, so does the opportunities. Rena, what are you saying right now? This goes beyond Tamar Braxton and Vivica Fox. This is people in general. When they feel like they have so much time on their side, they're willing to do crooked things, conniving things. They're willing to pass things up. They're willing to mishandle and misuse people and things. Well, when time is no longer on their side, they got to be a little bit more humble, have a little bit more humility, be a little bit more compromising. That makes sense, y'all? Drop in the comments to let me know. But the point is, y'all, is time is no longer on their side. And this is why they're not laughing anymore. Number 5 is going to be this right here, y'all. They're being affected, or they've been affected, right? Let me make sure I make that correction. They've been affected. Rena, what are you saying right now? So let's just use an example. The rich ridiculing the poor. As a matter of fact, let me switch that up. I'm going to say the well-off ridiculing the less fortunate, because I feel like anybody who watched my videos, including myself, we're rich, all right? We're rich. My whole thing is keep a rich mentality. So you got to be rich within your mind. You have to be rich within your spirit, within your emotions. And of course, y'all, we're going to be rich in our bank accounts too. However, y'all, rich is a mindset, all right? Poor is a mindset. Poor are only individuals who think a certain way, move a certain way, act a certain way, eat a certain way. That's poor, which leads them to poverty. So that's why I say I want to switch it up, y'all. Let's talk about the well-off, okay? Who's ridiculing the less fortunate. Well, here's the thing, y'all. People who are well-off sometimes lose touch with reality. Sometimes they lose touch with reality. They think that life is going to always be sweet. They think that life is going to always be great. They think that they're never going to have a downtime. Even if you have money, you're going to have downtime. That's why you got to be careful on who you treat like ish on the way up, because you're going to need them same people. They're going to be on them same floors. Some may have even gotten promotions on your way down. So be careful who you treat certain ways on the way up. But what I'm saying is that it's very equivalent to the well-off ridiculing the less fortunate. You spoke about them. You spoke bad about them. You said that they were incompetent, insufficient. You said that they were less talented, less gifted, right? But let's take that well-off person who's experiencing some of those same things that the less fortunate is. Now you can see it. It's not a joke anymore. They're not laughing anymore. Makes sense of what I'm saying, y'all? The point is, y'all, is that when a person have been affected with the same thing that they spoke down on when it came to other people, they're not going to laugh anymore, because it's something that is much more than being able to look at and speak down on. No, you're going through it, which means you can speak about it. And now you're able to understand the hearts and the mindsets, the families, the environments of people who are affected by this very thing, whether that's disease, whether that's money, the lack of it, whether that's betrayal, cheating, whatever it is. If the glove fit, wear it. But the point is, y'all, is that they have been affected. So yeah, they said jokes and they made jokes, but now they're not laughing anymore, okay? But with that being said, y'all, we're going to conclude this video. But first, we'll do a recap. Number one, you value the protection of your heart. Number two, jokes has turned into reality. Number three, the rug has been snatched from under them. Number four, time is no longer on their side. And number five, y'all, they've been affected, okay? With that being said, family, y'all be sure to go over to the richmentalityattire.com. Go get you a Yes Sir t-shirt. Book a one-on-one session with your boy. You can check out any one of my books. And, of course, family, make sure you go to the Rich Mentality Academy, all right, and join the membership so you can get you join the tribe, so you can meet your tribe, rather. But I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.